Hi folks, Azoth Legacy here and OMFG. Did you enjoy my last two videos, huh? Didn't you? The last video in particular has received an absurd amount of love and support from you over the past weeks, and to be completely honest with you, I would never have imagined them to do so well. I will never ever thank you enough for all the heartwarming comments and kind words you left in the comment section. A few weeks ago I had about 10 subscribers, and now at the exact moment I'm writing this video, I'm at 81, which is crazy. It may not seem like much, but I guarantee you that's a lot to me. Having said that, I want to welcome aboard all the wonderful people that joined recently, so thank you all for trusting me and supporting the channel with your subscriptions. Having said that, the show must go on. New Scarlet and Violet trailer just dropped. Did you watch it? Oh my god, this game, folks! I tell you, it looks fantastic! Everything so bright and alive. The characters are so cool and badass, and the animations are so smooth and realistic. Here's my little reaction to this trailer. Hope you like my incomprehensible beastly sounds.
Quante ma sono fighi! Madonna!
As we could already tell, there are going to be a lot of differences between Scarlet and Violet. This is just my idea, but one of the first things could be the protagonist's home, which will differ whether we choose one version or the other. The first trailer showed this house with an orange roof several times, but left this purple one unnoticed. This page on the official website for Pokémon Scarlet and Violet could imply that one house of these buildings is going to be ours, while the other is going to be the rival's one. This makes a lot of sense given the fact that these two houses are both very detailed and have similar features like well-kept gardens, and both face the sea. Then it's the turn of the fruit emblems we talked about in my second last video. As I said, these emblems are the symbols of the school we're going to choose with the game version we're going to play. The orange one for Scarlet and the grape one for Violet. The huge building based on the Sagrada Familia Basilica in Barcelona turned out to be the college we're going to attend. It's still unknown if it will host the Pokémon League though. It will be awesome to see the Pokémon League, the final destination for a Pokémon trainer, inside our school, the very first place where our adventure begins. What do you think about it? Do you think there is going to be a Pokémon League at all? Let me know in the comment section, but there is more. For the first time in the series we have two Pokémon professors. Again, one of these two will appear in the game, depending on which version we choose. And if you ask me, I confirm what I said in my last video. I'm definitely going to choose Pokémon Scarlet. Sada is everything. She has a great design, I love her hair, the tribal elements, the fur clothes, she's hot, and those Amazon warrior sharp teeth. Man, this game is no joke. I'm going to be honest with you though, and give both the professors credit. Turo is the chaddest professor I've ever seen, and I think he's pretty cool as well. His neon techno suit is awesome, and his beard game is lit. To be fair, I understand if people are struggling with picking one version. These professors just look too good. Enough fanboying, there's no time for that. On the official website, it is stated that each professor is carrying out research into certain lore that has been passed down in this region. From generation to generation, I guess? There is no way to tell what this lore might be, but it is safe to say that these two professors may belong to two important families deeply connected to the legendaries of the region. In this video, I talk about these three buildings and the space observatory found on the opposite sides of the college. Knowing that there are going to be two professors in the game, I think these two particular buildings are going to be Sada's and Turo's laboratories, respectively. What I mean is that Sada will probably be found in her tree hut studying tribal lore connected to spiritualism and Earth-human connection, while Turo will be found studying the skies and the outer space, looking for answers to the enigma that the lore bits that have been passed down to him bring with themselves. More to that, we already know of the existence of ancient ruins and strange alien-looking buildings scattered all over the region. I think these will be the sites where the professors are going to conduct their research in order to discover more about the legendaries and what links these powerful beings to this wonderful region. Then the trailer shows the 3 starters of this region: Sprigatito, Quaxly and Fuecoco. If you look closely, it seems that our first partner Pokémon is going to be given to us on the front step of our home. And that will make a lot of sense if the professors are conducting their research in their labs in the faraway city we saw in the first trailer. It is highly possible one of these professors' assistants is going to give us the starter, bringing a message from Sara and Arturo telling us to reach them in the city. What do I even have to say about these 3 little cuties? I love them, and their introducing animation really helped their personality stand out. This trailer made me love each one of them evenly. I'm very intrigued by Sprigatito's final evolution. I really wanted to turn into a grass fairy lynx on its 4 legs, let's be clear. Quaxly fight-kicking its opponents gave me hope for its final evolution. As you might remember, last time I said it resembles a bullfighter or a matador, and I don't want that. Oh no, I don't. Anyway, I already chose my starter and my code of honor obliges me to remain true to the given word. So, Fuecoco is going to be my choice. Then there is Nemona. She's said to be a powerful and experienced trainer, and luckily for us, she's our friend. The official website describes her as an energetic and sunny person who loves battling. She's going to be our guide for our adventure as Lucas or Dawn in Diamond and Pearl or BDSP. She will teach us how to catch a wild Pokémon, how to approach them furtively, like it happened in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but unlike them, it is possible she'll continue to help us along our entire journey, and I wouldn't be more happy. Even if she's skilled in battle, it is said that she's not the best at throwing Pokeballs. This reminds me a lot of both Leon and his younger brother Hope. Nemona is a formidable trainer just like Leon, but she has to do some training with Pokeballs throws like Hope had to do. Folks, I could talk about her for days, even months. The only thing that's stopping me is that I would have to edit a video that would last an entire month. All you need to know is that I love this girl, she's adorable, she's great, and this channel will turn into a Nemona fancam channel from now on. Jokes aside, I really dig her design. I think it's one of the best we've had yet, and her animations really gave her so much personality. Another little thing to notice is that her outfit changes according to the version we choose. Nice little touch. Then I wanted to talk about her red gauntlet. I don't want to say that this is definitely the Gimmick gauntlet or bracelet for this generation, but when she challenges the protagonist to a Pokémon battle, her text dialogue said that she knows this is our first battle and wants to take easy on us, grabbing her gauntlet without tapping into its powers. We don't know much at the moment, but I'll keep an eye open for sure. We learn from the official website is her team, which is composed of 3 new Pokémon: Pawmi, Smoliv and Lechonk. Pawmi is the rodent electric type of the region. In fact, it is the mouse Pokémon, electric type, 0.3 meters high and 2.5 kilograms heavy. It can have the static ability or the natural curl ability. It is said it can discharge energy from its cheek pouches and from its forepaws, hence the name Pawmi. To be honest with you, when I saw Pawmi for the first time in the trailer, I thought it was a joke. Like, I thought I was looking at an artificially generated creature. I didn't like it at first, but when I look at the official artwork, I became fond of it. And to me, its artwork and the 3D model doesn't seem to belong to the same Pokémon. Don't get me wrong, Pawmi is really cute and cuddly, but the 3D graphics ruined it for me already. But that's just me. Tell me if you feel the same way or if you liked it immediately. Smoliv is the olive Pokémon, grass normal type. Oh, it's so cute and small, I can't resist its cuteness. Anyway, it is 0.3 meters high, it weighs 6.5 kilograms and has the early bird ability. Smolive's name might come from the word small or small as a meme version of the same word and from the fruit olive. It produces a strong and bitter tasted oil from the fruit on its head through photosynthesis, but it's not suitable for consumption. In battle, it uses the oil as a weapon, shooting the substance out on its opponent, slowing it, seizing the moment to run away. This Pokémon can go for weeks without eating or drinking, and prefers dry and sunny climates where it's like to spend its days sunbathing. Then, here it comes. Here's Lechonk, the hog Pokémon. My god, Lechonk! Is there a name better than this one? I don't think so. Anyhow, Lechonk is a pure normal type. It is 0.5 meters high and weighs 10.2 kilograms. It has the aroma veil ability or the gluttony ability. Lechonk may be a combination of the words le, French word for the, and chonk. At the first glance, Lechonk, I will never get tired of saying its name, may appear fat, but in reality its body is mostly built of muscle for it constantly walking around in search of food. In fact, it uses its nose to find the best grass and berries to eat, and as a result for its dining habits, it radiates an aroma that resembles the herbs bug Pokémon dislike. If attacked, it will charge forward in panic. What do you want me to say? I freaking adore them! I love them so much, they're just so adorable. I will probably catch a Lechonk and never let it evolve. I want all that roundness to stay where it is. Then we are introduced to the Science is Amazing guy, and his presence couldn't be more fitting. With the power of technology and of a Nintendo Online subscription, Pokémon Scarlet and Violet will finally allow multiplayer gameplay. This means we'll be able to explore various locations of the region with up to 4 other players simultaneously. More to that, the Pokémon Scarlet and Violet open world region can be explored in complete freedom. You heard it right, we are finally allowed to explore the region as we want and choose our path without being forced to follow an order dictated by the game story. This is a revolutionary and unexpected but very welcomed feature I hope will stick forever. All of this will undoubtedly make things a lot more interesting and fun. I hope there are going to be more ways to communicate and engage with other players other than jumping and beckoning. I want the Animal Crossing's reactions and expressions, and a proper difficulty range that will increase or decrease based on the number of players we're playing with. Remember when I talk about this shot where all the Switch consoles are framed all up together? Could have it been a hint for a proper multiplayer mechanic? Well, I was right. Now we have to hope things go smoothly and properly. Also because from the way the Pokémon Company marketed the multiplayer experience, it seems to be a major part of this game's enjoyment. Let's cross our fingers. One thing I've noticed that I didn't appreciate is the speed of the Pokémon following you. They're too slow. Again, it seems we're looking at Sword and Shield all over again. I hope Game Freak is going to fix this, because what's the point in having following Pokémon if they don't keep up with us? Despite that, the animation are really well made. I really enjoyed seeing how lively everything is. From Nemona's head movements, her hair jiggling and bouncing, the ball throwing animations, the way characters look around, to the way the main character protects his or her face during a snowstorm. I feel a very high level of care for details, and I couldn't be happier about that. This game doesn't feel cheap in the slightest. Then we see some familiar faces with a bunch of returning Pokémon from previous generations. They are Pikachu, Fletchling, Fleffy, Flabébé, Chewtle, Colossal, Venonat, Cryogonal, Gengar, Toxapex, Shellder, Lurantis, Sunflora, and Talonflame. Here we see Larvitar and Bagon being traded, which may suggest these two be version-exclusive Pokémon, one found in Scarlet and the other in Violet respectively. Let's talk then about facilities and buildings. This time we got to take a closer look at the new Pokémon centers, and in my opinion they're really cool. This facility hosts the usual Pokémon healing corner in the center. On the left there's the Pokémarket, where we can buy useful items items for our adventure, and on the right, I think this green counter here may be the coffee shop we know from Pokémon Sword and Shield, where we can change our Pokémon's names, make them learn forgotten moves, or make them forget moves we don't want them to have. I'll be very pissed if this isn't going to be a thing. Like, come on folks, this was the greatest feature added in a Pokémon game in a very long time. It would be a crime to choose not to introduce it. Nevertheless, I am a fan of these open-air Pokémon centers. A thing I noticed is that the open world aspect of the game was taken literally. Everything is open, out of the door, from the Pokémon Center to the battles in real time and that sort of gyms we saw in this trailer, and to me this is really cool. This means no more useless loading time while entering places, buildings and battles against other trainers, so more time for us to play, and I'm all for it. Another really cool thing to me are the advertisements that roll on the screens of the Pokémon centers. We already had examples of cooler Pokémon advertisements. Just think of Motostock's big billboard and all the other found later in the game, but here they give us important information. Just for the record, 2 ads show a Quillfish and a Wingull, so it is almost certain these Pokémon are going to be found in this region's Pokédex. Then it's the turn of gyms. From what we've seen in this trailer, gym stadiums seems to stand on the top levels of gym towers, as you can see from the stairs that we must take to reach the battlegrounds, and they're scattered all around the region. As you might remember, in one of my last videos, I said towers are going to have a similar purpose as those found in Zelda Breath of the Wild. It looks like I wasn't that far from the truth. Often, to conquer a tower in this game, the player has to face a challenge that may consist of resolving ambiental puzzles or defeating a bunch of enemies. Look at this shot. I think the same thing is going to happen in these games. As you can see, before reaching the gym tower in the distance, the player has to challenge a guardian Pokémon or something close to that. In this case, I think a scripted animation of a ground-type guardian Pokémon is taking place. As stated by the official website, we can explore the region in complete freedom, and so I expect gyms to scale levels according to the ones in our team. So, to put it more directly, I hope this game will be hard for people like me that seek a real challenge. Beating a gym leader will probably grant us the permission to use particular moves, items or vehicles useful for the exploration of the region. Anyway, this second trailer seems to confirm the Fire-type gym, and if what I said earlier about the Ground-type Pokémon approaching us from under the ground is true, the Ground-type gym is also going to be a thing. Then, I want to talk about this symbol here. It is not the first time we see it. In fact, we saw it in the first trailer, framed and on top of a closet. A while ago, I said this symbol might have been the logo of the special agency of the region, but we can now guess with some certainty this symbol to be the region's gym challenge logo. The lighting symbol inside it though kinda resembles the letter S for star, and I don't really want to give up on that concept yet. It still may have multiple meanings and connection we don't know. I keep an eye open for this as well, but let me know what you think it is, and if you think it still has a connection with space or not. The other symbol I want you to notice is this, and oh my, if it is what I think it is, you're not ready for what I'm going to say. Let's take a closer look at it and try to understand what it represents. When I watched the trailer, I immediately saw a Pokeball and a sailing boat fused together with water rippling under it. This alone wouldn't say anything to you, but I want you to look at these shots from the first trailer and this one. Then take a look at the nautical equipment and ropes found in this room. I was right. I knew they were there for a purpose. Do you get it? Oh my god, I'm so excited right now, I can't stand still. I'm having a hard time with containing myself. So, this is my theory. This region has a lot of water bodies and a really prominent focus on the concept of exploration and discovering what lies beyond the horizon. Or at least this is what I felt like watching these trailers. What better than a boat to set sail and go discover the secrets that lie in far-off land or islands? And what if over the sea there is an additional region like it was for gold and silver, ready to be explored? What if that region is Kalos? It will make a lot of sense. France and Spain border on each other in real life after all. I know, that will be too much, and I'm definitely daydreaming, but folks, this is what fans have been waiting for 22 years. What better time than this? From what I've seen in the trailer, it seems that Pokémon is granting all fans' hopes and dreams, starting with the fact that now we can choose our own path and explore the region as we please. I don't know, I don't want to say I got this one, but it will be a very cool and welcome addition, that's for sure. Then it's time to talk about the legendaries. And holy moly, these legendary designs are astonishingly sick. I love them so much, and I think they are some of the coolest legendaries we've ever had. Their names are Koraidon and Miraidon, and obviously Koraidon is found in Pokémon Scarlet and Miraidon is found in Pokémon Violet. The official website states that these legendaries have powers that far surpass those of other Pokémon, but there isn't much information about them, so they're still shrouded in mystery. Although there isn't much we know about them, their names and designs give us something to speculate on. There are a lot of words from different languages inside these names, it's so fascinating. First is Japanese. The word Korai means ancient, and the design of Koraidon immediately reminds of tribal costumes, especially those of American natives, which Professor Sada's clothes and accessories reminisce of quite well. Then there's Don, the Spanish word for Lord. Miraidon, however, is the union of the Japanese word Mirai, meaning future, and the Spanish word Don. Its machine-like design and metallic body parts really make the futuristic concept stick out, and the plasmic energy flowing in its body, its leg jetpacks and its digital eyes are just downright awesome. As it is for Sada, even Turo's high-tech Neon Throne-like clothes share the same motif of this legendary Pokémon. So this time I was slightly right because I said the legendaries will be the embodiments of tradition and innovation. But there's more. A lot of people, including me, saw elements in the games and in the legendary designs that are reminiscent of motorcycles. I'm talking about the wheel-like thing Koraidon has on its chest and on its tail, the motorcycle seat on its back, and its horns that can be grabbed like handlebars. The same goes for Miraidon. Here's the seat, here's the handlebars, and unlike Koraidon that has wheels, Miraidon has two rocket engines for each side. More to that, the flags we saw before are like the one we see in Grand Prix competitions, and Pokémon centers are shaped like gas stations. Plus, Koraidon and Miraidon have the twisted form of the words ride on inside their name. Ride on, me, ride on. You know what? I got this one too. In this video right here, I said the legendaries will be rideable like it was with Solgaleo and Lunala with the Ultra Warp Ride. Of course, I can't be 100% sure, but every hint is pointing towards this possibility, and I'm so happy because my speculations and theories are turning right, and this means everything to me. Another little thing I want to mention is the rift on the ground shown in the high-res clip presentation of the legendaries. I don't want to stretch it too much, but the two sides of land reminded me of the concept of two explorable regions, and the rock island surrounded by the sea where the legendaries stand also validate my sailing theory, as it may be reached only by sailing. Is it too far-fetched, or there's some kind of truth to it? Let me know in the comments, and remember to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And with that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. Pokémon Scarlet and Violet look fantastic. As I have already said 100 times, I can't wait to play them and discover all the secrets they're holding. I'm going to be honest, I haven't been this hyped for a Pokémon game in a very long time. I've bought BDSP and Legends Arceus, but I haven't finished either one of them yet. BDSP difficulty level was a joke, and the affection system ruined the game completely for me, while Legends Arceus, being on a completely different level from BDSP, is a game with a lot of really cool ideas done terribly wrong. I know for sure that Scarlet and Violet won't disappoint me. What I've seen really blew my mind, and all the new revolutionary changes on the Pokémon formula really sold the game to me. Again, I can't wait to hold it in my hands. So, folks, that was everything I had to say. Thanks to all the new subscribers and to all the people that stuck with me so far. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.